Aloha everyone, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a pick a card for how is the retrograde season affecting your love life. Pile 1 is on the left, pile 2 is in the middle, and pile 3 is on the right. So take your time, let spirit guide you, and choose your pile now. You may pause the video if you need to. And I will have timestamps in the description box below to guide you into your reading. And next I have the retrograde dates here for you, just for your information. Aloha pile 1, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a pick a card reading for retrograde season. We have 6 planets and 3 asteroids in retrograde currently if you're watching this as it's uploaded. These are still timeless readings, but this energy will be in effect for the reading. So we're going to look at how these different retrogrades, this amalgam of energy that's asking us to reflect, to go towards our destiny, to remedy things in relationships, to take off the rose-colored goggles and see things for how they are, as well as how we can move forward in relationship, actually being honest about what we want, coming out of denial. There's so many things that are happening at this time, and many of them will be going on through the rest of the year. A lot of them will be going direct in October. So yeah, I just thought it would be nice to look at how are these energies affecting your love life. And so let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple more of your oracles. You guys chose the Sacred Destiny Oracle of Simplicity, which is great. So we're going to go further into that. Before we do, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand. I also just want to say thank you guys for commenting, for donating. I do have, for those who have asked to send me something in the mail, my business address, my P.O. box is in the description box below, so you're more than welcome to check that out. Sorry, my dog is chewing her bone rather loudly, so if you can hear that, Penny is working away right now. And then lastly, I do a contest every month, free to enter, free to win, for a 30-minute session with me personally. I'll let you know at the end of the video how to enter that drawing, as some are here just for the messages. Okay, beautiful. All right, we'll do that in a moment. Just checking. She's kind of breathing a little funny. All right, you guys chose Simplicity. This is beautiful. It feels like what these retrogrades are asking you to do is simplify your love life, okay? Go back to the basics of what it is you want. It also feels like spirit is absolutely involved. When we have a white feather, that is purification, that is messages from loved ones who have passed on, that's asking for there's almost a childlike innocence in a white feather, okay? But there is, it also is indicating that communication's coming in to simplify the communication. So what we have here is we have, let's see. Okay, they want this one first. So they want Gemini. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, be a Gemini yourself. But this is ruled by Mercury, so essentially it's talking about curiosity, intellect, and networking. Okay, this is talking about communication. And we have that sextile, which is sextiles are a combination of tension and flow with a potential positive outcome or rewarding situation. And it's sextile the mutable signs. So we've got, who is that? That's Scorpio, Sagittarius, Pisces, and I do think that's Gemini. Okay, so which has to do with surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. So I feel like with this group, how it's affecting your love life is there is a bit of tension and flow that's happening with this. So even if you're not speaking with a person in the now that you're thinking of when you're watching this, there will be communication coming in. But this communication, there is tension and flow, okay? But that tension and flow, that contrast, that learning to surrender to things being simpler, easier, okay? Some of you may have chosen to release someone in those August energies at the start of several of these retrogrades. You may have decided to release someone. Some of you might be in a situation where there's no communication. Some of you may have taken on board a new relationship. All in all, what they are asking you to do and how this retrograde season is affecting your love life is you're learning how to communicate more clearly, more simply, more succinctly, okay? You're learning to surrender and welcome the change. I feel like with this group, whether you were partnered, wanting to partner, etc., there has been contrast or tension or resistance, however you want to call that. Mainly because there's been a resistance to change. Even though you want for things to be different, it feels like on both sides of this equation, both parties have been a little bit resistant to change. And even if that would better both of you, okay? And now Spirit is saying that these retrogrades are making you change. They are making you surrender. They are making you move into the flow, okay? To get into alignment with your higher self and source and let go of the control. It feels like the divine feminine, and that's an energy, not a gender, okay? So whomever is the divine feminine in this connection, most of the time my viewers do tend to be the divine feminine of the partnership just for the nature of my readings. It's not always so, but it does feel like the divine feminine in this particular connection has been feeling ready for a relationship, but this particular connection in the previous season has brought up all these different ways in which the energy has been complicated. It feels like the person that you're dealing with or asking about or how you see things, like or the reason you clicked on the video is because you want things to be simpler. You want them to be easier. But with that comes letting go of control. And it feels like the divine feminine in this particular connection was feeling the need to prove self or to control the situation, to try to fix it, to try to keep it together, because it feels like there's been either a separation of sorts, or if you've just been single for a long time, there's been an unconscious resistance. Some of you may have been conscious to the fact that there's been some resistance on your side, like you have felt ready, but when presented with the relationship and the communication, there was a realization for the divine feminine side and the divine masculine, but it feels like the divine feminine learned, whoa, I haven't learned how to communicate well either. Whoa, they're triggering parts of me that I haven't seen in years, that I haven't been willing to deal with in years, okay? And vice versa, okay? So, and we've got some winds coming in now, the winds of change. And so these retrograde, this retrograde season, and with all of the different things that are up for ascension, it's giving you the opportunity, pile one, to learn how to communicate more effectively, to surrender, okay? They're giving me the serenity prayer, okay? To accept the things that you cannot change, to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference, okay? And it feels like how these retrogrades are affecting your love life is you're learning to be a more effective communicator. Both of you are. Even if you're in silence right now, you're learning to communicate inside. You're learning to simplify your communication. You're learning to welcome the changes that are going to help you to have what you want. The other thing that they're saying is that that this retrograde season is actually helping you to become a better partner, okay? Because there's a rewarding situation potentially here with this. We all have free will choices, but it feels like with this, you're learning to simplify yourself, your communications, your energies, your discerning. And when we become discerning of our energies, we don't just give our energy out to everyone, okay? We become discerning of who's in our inner circle. We become discerning on, you know, who we network with. It feels like you're elevating in your both your love life networking, but also in your general energies, in your general networking. What else? How is the retrograde season affecting pile 1's love life? It feels like there's also a calming down that's happening, the surrender that's happening. So if you've had someone, because they showed me someone leaving, so if you've had someone leave or ghost you, they are showing me a return, but it's like in this particular moment, you're learning how to surrender to it, that you're surrendering to the process of love, the process of coming together in harmony, and that takes internal and external communication changes. But what Spirit's letting me know is that you are doing it. Okay. Beautiful. I want these two as well. Okay. Beautiful. So at the beginning of this retrograde season, there has been a lot that's been hidden. There's a lot under the surface that has been coming up, both for you and the person you would like to have or that you're in a relationship with. But for your love life, there's emotions and things that have been hidden under the surface, okay? And they are coming up to the surface at this time. What it's saying is that during this retrograde season is that you, pile 1, the viewer, are showing up as Queen of Pentacles, male or female matters not. You're getting an upgrade. You're sitting in, this is pre-Empress energy. You're sitting in a beautiful energy, the simplicity of knowing who you are and where you are. Your business is going to increase. Some of you may be getting promotions at this time. It feels like you're getting rewards for work that you've already done, okay? And what's beautiful about this energy here is that you're, again, this is coming up with the Gemini, okay? You're learning how to network. You're learning how to be in your power, how to communicate clearly, both to yourself and to your lover, okay? This is a very grounded energy as it pertains to love. It also indicates the divine feminine. Oh, excuse me. It also indicates the divine feminine coming into balance and into her power, okay? And we have Temperance with the sextile. So you're learning in this, how it's affecting your love life is you are learning to take patience. Spirit is absolutely helping you guys harmonize behind the scenes. I feel like for many of you that this is kind of a higher level connection or a soulmate style connection. I don't like the word soulmate because the soul is whole and complete and it doesn't need a mate, right? There's no need for that at the soul level. We are all the way complete as is. But relationally, it's the best way to describe a mate who is divine in origin, who it's an ascension mate, someone who you guys get each other on a soul level, okay? That feels like what you have had or what you are bringing in. And this retrograde season is balancing the energies for you. Notice that this little mechanic angel here, this is Archangel Michael, is balancing the sun and the moon here, the darkness and the light, the tension and the flow, so that you guys can come together in harmony. All right? It feels like that the things that were out of balance in yourself and in your partner or in your love life in general, if you've been single for a time and don't have someone specific on your mind, this temperance is actually balancing out from the spirit level the energies, so that you can come together with your partner in a beautiful way. All right, we have the Two of Cups with the mutable, so it's surrender. All right, going with the flow, welcoming change. This is giving me two different things. So in the past energies, like I said, some of you may have had to surrender a connection with someone. And we have King of Wands. All right, so this is someone that you're very passionate about, but this person can sometimes come from the space of ego rather than from the space of love, okay? And so I feel like if there was a separation, it's because a few things. This person, your person, the one that's showing up as the divine masculine, male or female matters not, they needed to go into a space to open themselves up. All right, you guys coming together opened them up big time, but they may have had to walk away for a time because their ego got involved. They've got some things that they have to resolve, but at the end of the day, they're going to be coming back in their power. Okay, the other thing that I'm seeing is you learning in this retrograde season how to surrender to being in a relationship, because many of you have wanted to be in a relationship. And how this retrograde energy is affecting you, pile one, is that it's helping you learn how to surrender to be in a relationship. Not surrender yourself, surrendering to the love that is flowing between you and the relationship. So there are big changes that are happening. Now this is going to be an ebb and flow, a tension and flow situation. But the end result here is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is there is an offer coming to you. Okay, and this offer is showing up at the beginnings of love. So even if you have had relationship before with them, it's going to be like new. Okay, you guys have been learning in this retrograde season how to conquer codependence, how to conquer addictions, obsessions. Okay, going through your tests and trials so that you can come together. We have King of Swords here. Your person is absolutely been learning during this retrograde season, as are you, to stand in their truth, to not be so overwhelmed by their emotions that they make reactions rather than responses. They're learning to be with spirit so that they can complete a cycle. Okay, so you guys are in this retrograde season completing a cycle. Many of you are completing a 10-year cycle in how you do love relationships. Okay, I do feel like that you have someone, if they're not already in, they're going to be in by the end of this retrograde season. We do have eclipses coming up as well, and it feels like at this particular moment you are in a learning curve. You're learning how to simplify. You're learning how to discern spirits. Your person's learning how to mature, how to be the masculine, okay? Because it's showing up as the divine masculine. We have two kings here. They're learning to overcome their shadow side. They're learning to, they're going through their rites of passage, as are you, but you're doing it in a different way. Okay, that which is hidden is being uncovered. It's being simplified at this time so that you guys can just come in and allow love to love through you and release the resistances. So with this group, it looks really beautiful. I feel like you are in a learning curve. If you're separate, no worries. They are going to, well, I can't guarantee that someone's going to come back in because we do have our free will choices. But it does look like they're going to come back in. They're going to come back in with an offer of love from the heart, and you guys will learn how to, together, how to pace this out, because there is that combination of tension and flow. But what Spirit's saying is that your love life has the potential to be quite rewarding. You have the potential already to be in a relationship with someone that is evenly balanced, that flows. But y'all may have come from different cultures. You may think differently than one another. You may come from different religions. You may have different things that are being harmonized during this time, whether you're together or separate, whether you're in communication or not. The major message here is you guys are simplifying, and you're moving into a time of great beauty. You're moving into a time of a beautiful relationship, but you guys are learning. Okay, you're learning and growing, and you're learning how to communicate effectively. You're learning how to deal and simplify with the energies as they come in. Sometimes they're intense, sometimes they're in the flow. Okay, and so you're learning to move through, you're learning how to avoid to collapse yourself into the relationship, to be yourself, to stand in your power. Remember, you're coming through as the Queen of Pentacles, to stand in your own power, even while they're learning how to come into their power, okay? To come into their maturity. But what I'm seeing here is that all yourself and your other person are very much in maturity at this time. So these are not pages that are dealing with each other. These are not knights that are dealing with each other. These are king and queens that are dealing with each other. You know, this is divine masculine, divine feminine dealing with each other. This is not children, okay? Regardless of your age. So what it's saying is you guys are really maturing during this retrograde season so that you can be good partners for each other. And they're giving me that Lauryn Hill song, what, like, it could all be so simple, right? It doesn't have to be hard, right? But you'd rather make it hard, huh? Right? And so loving you does not have to be like a battle. And I feel like some of you have felt that way with this person. And now it feels like there's a surrender during this retrograde season that, you know what? I surrender to love as it is. Like, we can figure all the mundane stuff out, but it's like, it feels like the two of you are just going to be at, you know what? I love you. Period. We'll figure the rest of it out. Whether there's distance between you, whether there's been some emotional issues, you're both learning how to communicate in a way that's mature and that's loving. Okay. I went for just one card. We got 3, so I'm going to close out the reading with these. It says night vision. The guidance here is seeing your path illuminated in the darkness ahead. You can move as fast as you want as long as you trust and listen with each step. Surrender into what you are becoming. Fly with the wind. Another feather. This one's an owl feather. So owls may mean something to you. Feathers may be a symbol for you guys. Okay, so your path, you are being guided in love and romance here during this retrograde season. So the retrograde season is truly bringing you in guidance from Spirit. Even though you may feel like you're in the dark, you may not know what next steps to take, Spirit's saying, we got you. This is a divinely guided connection, and so we are working with you. We also have spirals of life, decisions. Life spirals around. Can you keep up? Clarity of your goals. Help you stay on the path. Set all else aside. Stick to your dreams and visions. Listen to your heart. It's already done. Move forward. Look at simplicity. Okay? The clarity of your goals. Set all else aside. You're simplifying at this time, both in your regular life and in your romantic life. And then we have aquatic myth, adventure. Seek the depths of mythic legend. Rise up the stairs through the portal of your consciousness. Access the timelessness of your own direct connection with Source. Swim through your many lifetimes. Teleport. This is telling me that you may, and we have Neptune is in Mercury, is in retrograde as well. Okay, and this is Neptune. So this is letting me know that you guys have an opportunity to move through past lives or any other resistances at this time to get understanding. Remember that understanding is the gift, not the requirement for forward movement. But this retrograde season, because you're going to be reflective, because you're moving back into yourself, you're absolutely going to have the opportunity here to look through your past lives as it pertains to love and get some information. There may be some information there that helps you have the aha moment to breathe easy, to simplify, and to surrender to your love connection. Okay? It's beautiful, pile one. I'm so happy for you. This is really, really good energy. This is you letting go of all the past BS that would keep you from having the love mate that you would like to have. And so, and how that shows up may or may not be in the body that you originally thought the person was going to show up, but you know the feeling of the partner that you're intending to have. And you're absolutely going to have that. You're just learning during this retrograde season how to vibrate in such a way that you're in the flow, that you're surrendered to love. Okay? So I'm going to leave that there. For those of you who would like to enter the drawing, remember it's free to enter, free to win. So here's how you do it. You be a subscriber if you're not already. Excuse me. So subscribe and hit the bell button. Like and share this video. And then in the comment section below, write, I am surrendering to love. I am surrendering to love. That lets me know that you would like to enter the drawing. I will do that on video on the 1st of the month and announce the winner, and hopefully it is you. So until next time, aloha. Aloha, pile 2. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a really fun pick a card reading for how is the retrograde season affecting your love life. So we're going to look at just how things are moving through your love life at this time. This is a timeless reading, but it is being recorded in September of 2022. At this time, we have 6 planets and 3 asteroids in retrograde. So there are major changes, major reflection happening. When a planet goes into retrograde, it appears like it's going backwards, though it's not. And you move slightly into that reflective or shadow side of what that planet's meaning is. And so we have many. So we're looking at how we do life, what changes need to be made, what dreams. We're taking off the rose-colored glasses and we're seeing things for how they are now and making the adjustments that need to be made. There are childhood woundings that are up with Chiron being retrograde, Juno's retrograde, so what we need out of a partner is really up at this time. You know, so we're in a position of great change, and so utilizing the energies of the retrogrades can be like a slingshot or a catalyst for both your romantic relationships, but also your whole life in general, because we are all being upgraded at the DNA and beyond level. Okay, so there's many changes that are happening collectively, but we're going to look at how this affects your love life specifically. Before we get started on your reading, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand. I'm also super grateful for those who have donated, tipped, or sent me things in the mail. If you would like to send me something in the mail, that my business address is in the description box below. And thank you so much for commenting. Remember, where 2 or more are gathered, their source energy is with you. So by connecting in, we connect into the whole grid or whole network that's available to us. It makes your goals come faster, your outcomes come faster, and it connects you to a higher vibrational network of people. Okay? So I will leave that there. I do offer a drawing or a contest every month, free to enter, free to win, for a 30-minute session with me personally. I'll let you know at the end of the video how to enter that drawing as some are here just for the messages. If you would like a private reading with me or a mentorship, that information's in the description box below. Just go to my website, thewhisperingdragonfly.com. All right, you guys chose adventures. Ooh la la. So you have air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Conjunction. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? It says a union, merging, and coming together. And then these three cards wanted to come out together, which is Gemini, so it's curiosity, intellect, and networking. Mercury is one of the planets that are in retrograde. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so communication may be an issue right now because we have square, which is a challenging situation or a mountain to climb, with Neptune. So it's dream and transcend. And Neptune is also in retrograde through December. Okay. So what I'm feeling like with this, what you're learning, how the retrograde is affecting your love life, pile 2, is that if you're single, you may meet somebody on an adventure. What they're showing me is this overwhelming need for change or restlessness. It feels like you guys are ready. Ooh, I just had a whole bunch of energy leave, like my my left elbow area, the inner elbow. Whoa, that was like a big pocket. And so anywho, so if that's you, if you just had something that came off of your left elbow, then pay close attention. We'll just leave it at that. I don't know who's watching and what all you got going on there. So there you are in a space where it is time for adventures. They're showing me some of you going on vision quest, traveling, going to beautiful exotic places, or choosing to move to a place around water. They're showing me the parrots. Okay, parrots have a lot to do with communication. Now your person, it feels like by the end of this retrograde season, okay, which most of the planets go direct by December, 3 of the planets go direct and 2 of the asteroids go direct in October. Okay, November Jupiter goes direct, December Neptune goes direct, and then January of 23 Uranus goes direct. Okay, and Chiron goes direct in December, which has to do with our childhood wounds. So through the rest of the year, you guys have an adventure ahead of you. Okay, now for some of you, you may be in separation with someone because of this, with the Gemini square and Neptune. This would be someone that you had a dream with, that, you know, that they're your person. They may be a divine counterpart, but it's been a really challenging situation, and communication may have been challenged and may continue to be challenged during this retrograde. What Spirit's asking you to do is keep an open mind, okay? Because what they're saying is that as far as your love life goes, you are going to be in union. There is going to be a merger. There is going to be a coming together. But it does feel like there's really some challenging energies up at this time around communication specifically. They are asking you to take a viewpoint, or take an energy of adventure. So if you've been feeling called to travel to certain places, whether or not you're with your person right now, travel to those places. Okay, do the things, go with your calling, because there is adventure here for you. That is how it's affecting your love life. If you're single, you may meet your person while on an adventure or an excursion or a spiritual walkabout, okay? Whatever it's been feeling like for you, it's important for you to listen to the call of your heart and your spirit at this time. They are asking you, again, they keep showing me open-mindedness. Keep yourself open-minded. I feel like for those of you who have someone who you're not in communication with, they're wanting you to be open-minded. This may look like, you know, you might feel like I'm never going to talk to them again. I'm closing the door. So this may look like keeping the door open for someone that, you know, you feel like you're going to give up on. And at the same time, they're also showing me some other people coming in who have communication and love to give to you. So keeping an open mind that maybe this union, this merging, this coming together may not come in the original body or form that you thought it was going to come in. But you're going to have the adventure. You're going to have the love that you've been asking for, but it may come in a different form. So they're saying keep your mind open on either side of that, because some of you have written somebody off, and obviously if something's toxic and problematic, we're never suggesting that you stay with someone who's hurtful to you, okay, or is violent. Like, absolutely not. But this is more so talking about someone who, like, you just let the hope go, but it's like they're a lovely person. It just was like right person, wrong time, right? So there's two different styles of storylines here with your love life. What Spirit just wants for you is to keep an open mind. Like, things are not as they seem. So go on your adventures, all right? Continue to dream. I feel like some of you have turned your dreams down about what you want out of love or what you want from a specific person because there's been challenges in communication, because there may have been challenges in the relationship, because that, like, for some of you, your person is not single right now, or they live far away from you, or they're just have ghosted you for whatever reason. For others of you that are single, you may have stopped dreaming because you feel like, well, it hasn't been working out. I feel like love's not communicating with me. But this is, they really want you to go forward on adventures here, because it's going to boost your vibration and therefore make the space for your person to come in, okay? For this union and this coming together to happen. So if you've got some bucket list items, now's the time to do those. If you've been feeling called to a specific place, now's the time to visit those places, because there is change and growth for you. And Spirit is drawing me back to the fact that they're acknowledging that it's been tough, okay? So I feel like the majority of this group has had someone that they loved very, very, very much, and it's been challenging. It's almost like I feel like a dream of mine has been crushed, and what Spirit's saying is it's not crushed, it's just changing form, meaning there's a transformation that's happening. So this could come back as the same person changed, where you guys can come together and communicate well. This may come in as a whole nother person already ready for what you've been asking for, and you will feel it. It'll feel light, it'll feel good, it'll feel wonderful. What else do we need to know, Spirit, about how this retrograde season is affecting Pile 2's love life? Ooh. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna get another card, please, at the end of this. So we have the Lovers right off the bat. Okay, so it is saying that you are going to have a merging and a coming together with a lover, but you're at choice. The Lovers card has to do with choice. And I feel like with this group, what this retrograde is teaching you is to let go of the conflict. It's teaching you to put yourself first, okay? Because what I feel like, what I feel like with this group is that, I have the Lovers here. What I feel like with this group is that when you are in a relationship or when you like someone, it's almost like you merge completely into them and you forget about yourself. And what Spirit's saying is that with adventure, there's a need to come back into yourself, all right? We have 10 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and the Hermit. What this retrograde season is doing for you, Pile 2, is helping you to let go of the internal and external conflict. And you're finished with any kind of backstabbing patterns, any patterns that have, the 10s are right before the Ace, okay? It's like, it's said and done, we're complete here. And so you may have been feeling a bit more introverted. You may have been coming into yourself more, and you may be very introspective during this retrograde season. And it is really perfect to be doing that, okay? Because you're really considering what you want. You're speaking with Spirit. The Hermit holds the star in their lantern there, okay? And with hers, there's no lantern, but it's like that light. Oh, here's the lantern. That's the star inside the lantern. And you're connecting with your source and Spirit at this time, so that you can make a choice. What they're saying is keep your mind really open, because you're coming through as the High Priestess. You're meeting with your person. This retrograde season is really opening your intuitive faculties big time. You may have been dreaming about your person. You may have been feeling them. You may have been seeing them in meditations, okay? You're really, really heightened at this time. So please keep an open mind, because your intuition does know what's right, but I feel like there's a bit of cloudedness in, can I trust it? Can I trust my gut? Because what's happening is with this group, because your intuition is expanding so quickly, your gut feeling and your intuitive faculties, they're correct, but what you may be seeing in the 3D realm might be opposite, right? So you may see this conjunction coming together. You may see you coming together with your person and being in good communication, but what's showing on the outside is heartbreak, okay? What's showing on the outside, especially for your person, for those of you that this is a soulmate cycle and you've got a runner going on that maybe ghosted you or ran from you, they're in a considerable amount of pain. And this cycle is showing them, okay, there's some regret here for walking away. What I'm getting off these cards is huge regret for walking away, because the cup is still burning, okay? But it feels like it was necessary for those of you that were with a partner and they walked away. It was necessary for your growth for them to walk away, or for you to walk away, whomever chose to do that. But there is a lot of pain here. And you are also walking away from that pain. You're going towards the sunshine, all right? You're going towards your merging with this person. Let me just get from another deck. What is, tell me about this 3 of Swords. Why is that here? What are they learning? Okay. Okay, for some of you, you might have 2 people that you're needing to choose from. We have the King of Wands, King of Swords, okay? But either way, it feels like you've got a person, the one that has walked away, who wanted things pretty well their way, super passionate, super loving about you, but they also needed to come into mastery. The King of Swords masters themselves and their environment, okay, not overtly emotional. But it feels like, it also feels like in this particular connection that the 2 of you both were showing up in masculine energy, when your real energy is this, those of you watching are more in the divine feminine energy naturally. Okay, but you guys were both trying to control the situation. You guys were both trying to, it's almost like you came into combat with each other rather than into love with each other, because it's like two kings challenging one another rather than two lovers. Okay, so these energies are multifold here. There's multiple levels to it. So in your relationship, part of what caused the heartbreak is that whomever is the divine feminine of the connection, that doesn't mean gender, just whoever is the yin side of the energy, wasn't being yin. They were absolutely being in their masculine. Okay, so part of this adventure, okay, part of the transcendence that's trying to happen here is for the divine masculine to be fully in the masculine and to come forward to bring this together, and the divine feminine of the connection to let go of the control. So if you pay attention to whichever side of the coin that you're on here and make the adjustments. If you're on the feminine side of the connection, if you're the divine feminine, let go of the controller. We don't need two controllers, okay? Go on that adventure, trust the universe, be open-minded. If I lean back as the divine feminine, if I lean back and I let go and I just become magnetic and in the receiver position, universe will provide, right? The divine masculine, if you're on the divine masculine side and you're not doing any action, this is, okay, it's time for me to pursue. It's time for me to get over my fears and the heartbreak here and make some action steps. Either way, both sides, this retrograde season is helping to balance you guys out so that you're not, you guys were coming at each other with the same polarities, and that doesn't make for movement, okay? All right, let's go a little deeper here. What else do we need to know of how this retrograde season is affecting pile 2? Okay. All right. So it feels like with this retrograde season, you guys are balancing out big time. There, if your person has been absent or ghosted or what have you, okay, they're not telling you all how they feel for you. They're trying to balance themselves out. It feels like that they may be trying to make some money. They may be trying to get themselves emotionally right so that they can come forward and start new with you. It feels like that you guys, those who have been ghosted or have had to walk away from someone, you feel like it's over. I'm hearing they haven't talked to me in months. They haven't talked to me in years. But they're still feeling it for you, but they've kept that to themselves. It's secret. It's hidden. But they do want a new beginning with you, okay? And I feel like that you are wanting a new beginning as well. And so what's happening here is that this retrograde season is preparing you, the viewer, for adventures in love, for a brand new beginning. And you are going to be at choice of who you do that brand new beginning with. I do feel like you're going to have somebody from the past show up, okay, who maybe walked away, who wanted things their own way, or you guys couldn't see eye to eye. And you also have someone super intelligent, okay, super, seems like they have it all together, but maybe are not the best at sharing their heart, okay. We have fire sign and air signs here. Does not have to be, it's just an energy, okay? But you do have two different energies showing up here. So I do feel like with this group, pile 2, that you are going to have the choice on who you merge with. But by the end of this retrograde season, it does feel like you are going to be in a union, in a relationship with somebody, but you are going to be at choice. So that's why they're saying keep an open mind here, because not only are there a lot of changes happening, not only are you moving up on the spiritual level, okay, your intuition is going through the roof at this time, because look at all those soul stars here lit up. The higher chakras are lit up. There's balance that's occurring. So you may decide, if you've gone through enough change, that you want to start over completely, not necessarily start over with someone from the past. It will vary case to case, but in either way, you're going to have opportunity with more than one person, or you're going to have a big choice or decision to make that is on the viewer's side. So basically, where the power may have been out of balance previously, and it felt like other people, because it feels like even the separation was out of control, like out of your control. And so it feels like that now it's shifting back to where you have a choice to make, where you get to decide how you're going to do this adventure of life together and with whom. Okay, so to close out, we have this right here, and it says redhead. Forgiveness. Accepting who you are allows you to love the light and dark within, as well as within others. To forgive is to make room for new growth and liberation. And look at all these white birds here. Okay, so feathers may be a thing, white birds might be a thing for you, but there is forgiveness on the table. Now, this is forgiving yourself for how you maybe have acted in relationships. This retrograde season is going to have you reflecting on your relationships. It's forgiving the one who left you, forgiving parents, forgiving people in the past who have hurt you, so that you can make room for the love that you want. And you're going to have a choice at the end of this retrograde season. You will be partnered, you know. Obviously, people have free will choice, so I should say it differently. You have the potential to be partnered. It's there. It's available to you. And you're going to be at choice here whom you pick. But it'll come through the process of forgiveness. So you will be doing the forgiveness as you move through these stages, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. For those of you who would like to enter the drawing, remember it's free to enter, free to win. Here's how you do it. You be a subscriber if you're not already, so subscribe and hit that bell button. Like and share this video. And then in the comment section below, write, I am willing to do the adventure of love. I am willing to do the adventure of love, okay? That lets me know that you would like to enter the drawing, and I will do that on the first of the month on video and announce the winner, and hopefully it is you. So until next time, aloha. Aloha Pile 3. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly, coming to you with a beautiful pick a card reading for how is the retrograde season affecting your love life. Okay, so we have 6 planets and 3 asteroids in retrograde at this time. So while this is a timeless reading, those energies will be here. If you're watching it as it's being recorded, that is the situation. I'll try to post what those are and the dates in somewhere on the video, so you guys will have that, okay? Excuse me, I just got some hiccups going on all of a sudden, so I'm paying attention. So there may have been some hiccups in your love life on or around the start of this retrograde season. Before we get started, I want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting that bell button. Thank you so much. Thank you for those who have donated and tipped, those who have sent me snail mail. If you'd like to send me something in the mail, my business address is in the description box below. And thank you for those who have commented. Where 2 or more are gathered, there the source energy is with us. So we connect in together as a high vibrational family, high vibrational grid. So our goals, outcomes, our alignments, we can get that more easily when we work together as a group. So I love that we're building this beautiful community here where we can all benefit one another. Okay. If you'd like a private reading, That's in the description box below. You can go to my website, thewhisperingdragonfly.com, if you want a reading or a mentorship option. And lastly, I do a contest, rather a drawing, every month, free to enter, free to win, for a 30-minute session with me personally. I'll let you know at the end of the video how to enter the drawing, as some are here just for the messages. All right, let's get to it. Purification. So you guys chose purification. I love this sunflower. One of the stories that I love about sunflower is that when there's no sun out and it rains, and you can notice there's some rain here, but they chose to keep them out like this. But in nature, when it rains, the sunflowers face one another and give each other their light until the sun comes back out. So they nourish and are and help one another during rainy or stormy times. So this retrograde season, you're definitely going through a purification, a purge, which is exactly what is happening collectively. Okay, so this is telling me that pile 3, you are really in tune with nature. You are in tune with the natural ebb and flow of the planet. So well done, because you're going with the flow. Okay, we have Cancer's energy here. This is nurturing, comfort, and protection. So you may be dealing with a Cancer. You do not have to be. This is just indicating the energy here. You're learning how to nurture and comfort yourself. We have the Sun, which is self-expression and embodying truth. The Sun is the card of Leo. All right. They are saying that this is things that you have been dealing with since that Lionsgate. Okay, because they just showed me the Lionsgate portal. So what opened up there is absolutely your destiny. So we have North Node, which has to do with destiny and destined to have. So right now, you're dealing in your sacred destiny. You're purifying in order to have that in your love life. So you guys are destined to have a great love, okay? You're destined to have someone who is nurturing, comforting, and that you guys embody one another. You embody yourself, okay? And your self-expression, but you empower one another in that. And in the current time, it feels like there's a purification that's happening. So some of you already know your person. There may be some issues. We have House 4 showing up, which is cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. So there may be some issues around, or some purification needed around the home space, okay? Before you can move in together, or if you live together, or if you're wanting to bring in a person, or if you're in separation, it may be because there's cultural or family differences at play here, okay? All in all, we also have House 2 as well that showed up, which is physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. The big one here for pile 3, you are entering into and embodying your own self-worth in relationships. So whether you are actively in a relationship right now or you're bringing one in, you're being purified. The relationship is being purified. This feels quite good. This feels like a destined relationship. Though it feels good, it also feels extremely uncomfortable in the sense that there are a lot of changes that are happening. And it's happening around your home. It's happening around your belief systems about yourself. It's happening around cultural and family roots. So these are deep, deep nurturing issues, okay? These are childhood things that are coming up. We have Chiron that's in retrograde. So how it's affecting your love life is you are learning how to be in your power. So it feels to me like for those that are single, you'll bring someone in when you're really embodying yourself. You're going through this purification process. If you guys have separated, it's only because you're individually going through your purification process so that you can come on back together. Remember, it's North Node, it's destiny. You're destined to have. You're destined to have this relationship, okay? And I say this relationship meaning the relationship that is going to be the most empowering to you, and you're the most empowering to them. This feels good. This is nurturing. This is comfort. This is blending cultural and family roots to create your own traditions. This is physical security and possessions, material value. Many of you may be purifying the way that you bring money in at this time as a couple or individually so that you can become a couple. So it feels like one or both parties may have had some financial issues upon meeting one another. If you haven't met someone yet, they're working on being in a position where they can come right on in and be ready for a relationship, ready to protect, provide, profess. Okay. This feels very good and like straight and to the point. The energy is in alignment. So what they're showing is you're in alignment. You're destined to have this connection. It's going to feel very, very good. Okay. Even if it doesn't right now, regardless of what stage you're in, whether you're single or all the way in living with someone, there's stuff up for purification right now. Okay. But notice that even while the rain is falling, this sunflower is still absolutely, the whole field of them, bright, beautiful, you know, ready to be here. What Spirit's saying is happier times are coming in. This retrograde season is helping you to balance things having to do with your destiny. It's helping you to balance the way that you are in the world so that, and balance your cultural roots with the material reality. You know, sometimes some of you, there might be religious factors involved, say you're two different religions or belief systems, but that's not enough to keep you apart because you're destined to have one another. You're supposed to balance these things. You're supposed to purify in your energy. Let's get some tarot and go a little deeper. Oh, that's a lot. Let's see here. I'm going to give this a big shuffle. This group, it feels amazing. You're learning how to empower yourselves. If there's been a separation, it's only because you both needed to come into self-worth and to empower your own self. Because I feel like for some of you, if you were together or living together or friends or roommates, but it didn't, you know, come to anything, or, you know, whatever it may be that would cause this like separation, there was some codependency involved. There was a little bit of needing to purify the energies around you so that you can stand tall in your own self while still being nurturing to each other, while still being comforting, while still being protective of one another. You can do that without being like super codependent, okay? And so this is what's being moved around at this time. Many of you may be focused on making more money or doing things differently with your money that that feels good, that's going to provide a material sense of security that will allow for you to be restful in your home, so that you can have one another. Okay, so it's like with this group, it is intertwined in some way with how you make money in the world, how you treat money, okay, because it's just an energy. It's a currency. It's how we, you know, at this time, you know, share, how we barter, all of that. Okay, let me get the rest of the cards here. Okay. Yep, beautiful. Oh. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So with purification, we have the Star card. Okay. That's double. That's Spirit saying, I said what I said. As above, so below. Okay. This star looks kind of like a sunflower in this picture. The Star card indicates healing, recognition, and it feels like during this retrograde season, you're recognizing the things that do need to be purified, and what it's saying is that both of you are going through your purification process, whether that's together or separately. You're doing it, okay? You're doing the healing. We have 10 of Wands here. This retrograde season is helping you to release and let go. Remember, 10s are the end. It's right before the full, starting over again. Okay, so where there may have been some burdens around your home, around nurturing, around comfort, because Cancers love their home space. They are all about it. They bring it with them. Whew, I just got so tired. Okay, I feel like you're just tired. So this could have to do with the money situation, right? Like, you're tired of being in a situation where you feel burdened, whether that be with love or burdens around your home or moving or what have you. You're going to let those go. Okay, so during this retrograde season, you're letting the burdens go. You're letting the things that are not important as a huge being. If it doesn't matter in 5 years, why spend 5 minutes holding it, okay, or worrying about it? And you're getting to that. Both of you are. There may have been some challenging energies or some burdens around things. Also, I feel like if in this situation you were like a caregiver or someone had some health problems, I'm not a doctor, so obviously get that checked out, but it's feeling like that the burdens are being lifted around that, because the energy has been heavy and it's going to lift. Okay, we have the Sun with 7 of Wands. You are absolutely learning how to embody your own self-expression, who you are, and you're putting yourself in that bubble. What I'm loving about this is both of you and the partner that you'd like to have or do have, are learning how to be in your own energy field, shine from your heart, and learn from the past. You're preserving the past learnings, and the one who can match your energy is the only one who can get into that bubble. Okay, so know that what is for you will come to you no matter what, and you're learning how to be yourself to allow in the one that deserves it, because look at this, only one wand can get in there. But she's meditating atop all of the other wands that have tried to pierce her, but instead she learned from it and has stayed calm. You're learning how to do that. This purification process is putting you in where you are able to respond rather than react or choose not to respond. You're learning how to relate completely differently. Okay. They're also saying you're embodying yourself, so you may meet your partner and be speaking with them during this retrograde season if there's no communication very well inside. So meditation may be really useful to you, but you're learning how to be extremely balanced. We have North Node and Destined to Have. We have Judgment here. Judgment is the spiritual wake-up call, okay, for those of you that are separated or have someone from the past that you would like to be with. The opportunity is presenting itself. Okay, you are destined to have this second chance with this person. Okay, it may feel like they're not there, but this feels more like not your energy. This feels more like your person's energy, where they are getting the wake-up call. This is like the soulmate cycle or divine counterparts, where one person may have run from the other one, but they're getting the wake-up call from spirit. They're hearing the call and they are passing judgment. They are passing the test, and they are going to come on in. That being said, we all have free will. Okay, so I have to stop saying they are. Okay, they have the opportunity. But these are very powerful cards. North Node is destiny. Judgment is second chance, spirit intervening, spiritual destiny. So it does feel like you guys are purifying in such a way at this time so that you can meet together and have your destiny. We have House 4 here with Hierophant. All right. It does feel like there will be a higher level of partnership by the end of these retrogrades. Okay, so most of them end in October. Neptune's still going through December, Jupiter is still going through November, and then Uranus is until January 22nd of 23. Okay, so I'm not a Time Lord, like as one of my favorite tarot readers says. So everybody's at different stages, but it does feel like you guys are going to balance out these cultural and family roots, balance out your belief system. This is, you know, spiritual law, higher learning, and higher level commitment. Okay, this is the person that you'll likely marry if marrying is a thing for you, but this indicates a higher level of commitment. So some of you, if you're single, this is being in a relationship by the end of this retrograde season. If you are have someone that is in separation, this is them coming back and you guys choosing to be together. If you guys are together but haven't moved in together, then this is them moving in together with you. All right, so there is movement that's happening, but it comes from your healing and purification. So it feels like right now, in this now moment, what I feel is really empty. I feel like this group has been doing a purge and a purification process where you feel a little bit empty. You're not sure about the future. You're not sure which way to go. But you're about to come into a realization about yourself, an aha moment as well. Okay, a spiritual epiphany that puts you on the course of destiny. You're about to get some good news that really helps you to open up to your destiny, to your love life, to your person. Okay, we have house 2 with physical security, possessions, material value, self-worth. We have the 7 of Swords, and we have the 4 of Swords. So with this one, I feel like this comes from your person. I don't feel like they have been as upfront as they've needed to be about their physical world. They may have other things going on physically or money-wise, because there's healing involved here. So if you haven't heard from them, it's not that they don't want to talk to you, okay? It's that they're trying to get themselves balanced out. They may have had misfortune by way of money. Some of them may be looking for a place to live. It feels really burdensome on your person's side, okay? That they are knee-deep in a healing process, and they didn't want to burden you. Like, this doesn't feel like they're just keeping things from you secret to be shady. It feels like that before that they met you, they had some stuff that they needed to handle on the physical plane that just had not gotten handled in a long time. So it's like they're handling their business at this time, but they don't want you to be part of any of the drama. They don't want you to be part of they don't want to be codependent anymore, so they're just not telling you all that's really there. But notice that this 4 of Swords, this healing process, comes with the rune of fertility on her arm. Okay, they are getting themselves together so that they can come forward to you and really be in their power. So all in all, there's healing and purification that's happening. At the end, we have the Empress. Okay, so again, more fertility, more, if you guys are in separation, this person's thinking about you all the time. Okay, all the time, dreaming about you. They see you as the Empress, male or female matters not, and they want to work it out with you. Okay, so this retrograde season is just the purification process so that you guys can come together. It feels like with this one, y'all, like you're going to have a high level connection with your person, whomever that may be. So if Spirit brings you a new one in a different body, or whether it be a person from the past, there is a high level spiritual connection that's you're being purified for, so that you both can hold the energy, so that you both can harmonize. You're destined to have that. This is destiny on this particular reading, okay? So just know that you're going through a purification process. It is your destiny to have this style of love, this higher level of love, to have your physical security in place as well, okay? Your emotional security in place as well. This is a balancing of all the things. Let's get one card to close it out here for pile 3. Beautiful. We have Earth Goddess. It says ground. Breathe deeply into the navel, expanding the energy far and wide. Bring the light from the sun into your center, anchoring all that you are. Allow your creative being to grow. And this is beauty. Okay? So absolutely, we've got a lot of fertility here. Also, for those of you that maybe are already partnered and would like to have children, I just have to say this is going to be for a small percentage of you, but it's like you're being purified during this retrograde season so that you can hold the being that's coming in. Because we've had the Empress card, we've had destined to have, Cancer, we've had fertility on here, okay? This Empress card is pregnant and this Earth Goddess is pregnant, okay? So for those of you who are wanting to be with child, you may have that opportunity during this retrograde season, or your body's being prepared to hold a baby or to produce a baby, okay? And so that's going to be for a small percentage of you, but for most of you, this has to do with earthing and grounding in your creation here, okay? You're purifying. So spending time with Mama Earth is going to help bring in this destiny. You guys are at destiny with this one, so let yourself be purified. Understand that it's a process. It may not look or feel the way that you think it's going to. Be prepared to be surprised with goodness, with that destined to have, that North Node destiny paired with judgment. That's huge energy. This is telling me that no amount of, like, what is yours will come to you, right? There's no amount of resistance that could kick out this energy, all right? And so so that's what these retrogrades are doing for you, for your love life. I'm going to leave it there. It's really beautiful energy, high level. Pile 3s typically tend to be kind of the high level ones for my readings. I don't know why that is, but it just is like, there's always like an additional energy there. That's really beautiful. So anywho, thank you guys so much. If you would like to enter the drawing, remember it's free to enter, free to win. Here's how you do it. You be a subscriber if you're not already, so subscribe and hit that bell button, and then like and share this video, and then in the comment section below write, I am destined for true love. I am destined for true love. That lets me know that you would like to enter the drawing. I will do that on the first of the month on video and announce the winner, and hopefully it is you. So until next time, aloha.